I'd like to introduce a friend of mine from Guatemala. I visited Guatemala for the very first time last year to empower access to capital for folks that actually needed the money. So, we speak about one of the benefits of crowdfunding to be able to provide access to funds, but there are very few examples of actually in real life it happening. And I was blown away when I first discovered the project, which was called Simple ICO. And the idea was that you could basically, I'll tell a story for them, but basically, for $18,000, they invested $18,000 and they open source, it's on GitHub, and they have an issuance platform for anyone to do ICO issuance. It's fairly free. The project's up there, and then the project was interested in being regulatory compliant. So Simple ICO joined the BTA, and yes, of course, if you want to issue a security token, you need attorneys, you need accountants, you need to be regulatory aware. But their entire approach is to try to provide access to everyone else who wants to benefit from these new innovations. And so I'd never expected to see fintech innovation in Guatemala. I am a little biased like that, and I'm positively blown away by, inspired by what I saw out of the tech hub that I visited. So the rest of the story is up to you. Come over here. Don't be so shy. And thank you for coming here. I know it wasn't easy to get here from Guatemala.
Yeah.
So what have you learned with Simple ICO, and now that we're in the STO world, what are you guys going to do?
Well, thank you for the introduction. Thank you for telling the story. Thank you, everyone, for still being here. It's been a really long day, and I guess you're all tired, so I'll try to make it as quick as possible and share with you the DT vision. Basically, when we came back from Tel Aviv, we were like, okay, we have something here. There's a lot of...
I should mention that after meeting them, I had a summit in Tel Aviv last year, which we're doing again in June this year, and so they came, and this is from there.
And we said, okay, we need to really open source this, make this a movement. And now we present ourselves as an open source blockchain movement, being born in Guatemala, and we're growing in Guatemala. And what we're doing is really trying to open up that portal to a global economy from a struggling economy. What we're seeing right now is, like, I see all of you people talking, and regulations are important. But in our economy, it's different. I mean, I don't trust my government. I don't trust my banks. That's a fact. I mean, they're corrupt. All the money laundering actually is being done by the banks, through the banks. That's a fact as well. We cannot change that. So the only way that we can change that is by creating this transparency, this radical transparency, educating our economy and telling them you can use these vehicles to really show yourself and put yourself out there and bring the regulation to where you want it to have, right? So that's what we're doing.
Sort of reverse.
Yeah, exactly.
But this does provide, hopefully, financial inclusion, right?
The goal, the ultimate goal is blockchain mass adoption through global financial inclusion. And we truly believe that the only way to create, first of all, we truly believe that global financial inclusion is possible. Second of all, we truly believe that the only way to do this is through blockchain technology, whatever blockchain you want to use. But it's the only way that we can create that capillarity, that it is actually financially viable to include every person in the planet to a system where they can tell their story. At the end, we've been inspired by Yuval Harari on Sapiens. It's all a story, right? So it depends on how you tell your story. And we're trying to encourage our people in Guatemala and Latin America and around the world to tell their story through blockchain. I've lost that clicker, sorry. So we think, you can't really change things by pushing it. You just need to create a new model and make the existing one obsolete. What's our purpose? Empower the individual. So what we've created are basic protocols on the blockchain accessible to everyone without permission. Because we think permissionless innovation is the only thing that will push our boundaries to achieve what we want to achieve and to grow as a human society. How? Through blockchain mass adoption, through simple smart contracts, and through global financial inclusion. So what's our action plan? Build developer tools, what we've already built. We have this QUI framework, which is basically a framework that you can read. It's open source to create your own dApp.
And you're still on GitHub, right?
Yeah, we've put this to test. We went through all the universities in Guatemala that have IT careers. It's been, I think, 10 universities. And we organized the first blockchain developers hackathon in Central America. We did it with a university, together with a university, and it was successful. Programmers actually understand what we're trying to say. They are actually able to use our published code and create their own dApps. And then we, create consumer protocols that people can really use and empower themselves with to promote projects that really have impact in their own economy. So what's a dApp? A dApp is basically a smart contract protocol and a smart contract user interface, SCUI. I have some stickers here if you want to take as well. So it's actually very easy. We don't have a centralized backend. We're not storing anyone's information, and we're not asking you to give us your information. Basically, you go to your web browser, and we connect that browser directly to the blockchain, and you're interacting directly. No intermediary, nothing. So you can check it out. There's the Gitbook, the GitHub, and everything. Our design principles are anonymous, immutable, and decentralized. We call it AID, because this is really what it does. So what are MVPs? We start with simple proof. It's immutable evidence. You can basically upload any document and hash it, and then you can prove that you have that document. We have blockchain identity registry, which is a decentralized name service. Here you can pair any wallet to a username, and there you go, you have your username on the blockchain. Then we have the blockchain asset registry, decentralized digital titles, basically. I wanted to do a live demo, but I just put the screenshots. So here what you can do is upload a picture, and then you can create endless titles and descriptions, and then upload it to the blockchain. And you got your registered blockchain. This is a use case of an artist. It's on the blockchain. You can check it out. I actually have a present for you, Jeff, later on.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's registered. So what does this enable and empower the artist to do? Right now, for an artist to go and say, this is my art, and publicly or internationally sell his art, he has to go to MoMA or something, a centralized institution, and has to pay around, I don't know, $3,500, $4,000. You can go to Blockchain Asset Registry, actually to simpleico.com, and register this, upload it. It's indisputable that it's the artist that did it. There's an intention behind it, and it costs around $20. And it's global, accessible by anyone, which is really important. Then you have simple whitelist. So simple whitelist is basically decentralized digital memberships. This is also live. And what you can do here is you can create your own whitelist. You can create your own MBT20 token is what we call it. It's also supposed to work with a VTF. And the idea here is that you can request access to a whitelist, and then you can grant access to a whitelist.
You said it supports the VTF?
It's designed to, yeah. This is a very basic one. Yeah, go ahead, check it out. Everything is published. So here, I'm going to go up here, sorry. This is the smart contract. You deploy it. You create it, the token. Then you go here and you can transfer funds, right? So here you have the administration members and the members. In this case, since we just created it, it's the same. Now if I go forward, I have here from the side of the request membership, and I can read the token, and I can request access. And then you can see membership level requested. And then we have here when you're a member, and then you can transfer funds. So there you are, access to your whitelist. Then you can transfer the MBT, and it's all an Etherscan. You can go and check it out. All of this is given access through simple ICO, where you can then create and distribute your custom tokens. So this is our website. Check it out. If you have any questions, please come forward. These are the use cases that we have right now. The artists, there are also other artists that have registered their art. And what you get at the end when you register your art is this bar tag, the blockchain asset registry tag. And if you scan that QR code, you basically go to blockchainassetregistry.com/theasset, and that's already on the blockchain. So this is another example of an artist that has uploaded his, basically like the Korean version, but this is the Latin version. These are our links, our inspirations, and yeah, this is the whole ecosystem.
Thank you.
Thank you.